Jadual harian Hana selalu sibuk. Jadi, saya kekal sihat dengan Vida C. Dengan vitamin C yang cukup setiap hari, tiada apa pun yang boleh menghalangi saya. Minumlah Vida C, perlindungan sistem imun anda.
Good evening and happy Women's Day. I'm Putra and this is Kini News. If I came to you and said PKR and Umno could work together 3 years ago, you would probably laugh. Well, a lot has happened since then. PKR and Umno working together in the next general election could be a reality after party president Anwar Ibrahim refused to rule out the possibility of working with the BN party. At a press conference today, Anwar said PKR was willing to work with other political parties with similar values.
Soal kerjasama dengan mana-mana pihak itu tidak berbangkit setakat ini. Walaupun kita jelas sebagai satu parti, kita dukung reform. Siapa sahaja yang boleh terima kenyataan bahawa kita mendukung tata kelola pemerintahan yang baik, good governance, menolak rasuah, menolak segala sebentuk penyelewengan dan penyalahgunaan kuasa dan menjaga rakyat Melayu Bumi Putra dan seluruh kaum, suku kaum dalam negara kita akan bersama-sama.
This came as Umno last week announced its decision to not work with Bersatu in facing the 15th general election. Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, however, said a final decision on the motion by the Supreme Council still needs to be validated by the party's highest decision-making body, the Umno General Assembly. More doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine will be making its way to Malaysia this year. Science, Technology and Innovation Minister Kari Jamaluddin revealed at a press conference today that Malaysia will be buying additional doses of Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine. The latest order will bring the total secured to 32 million doses, and all doses will be delivered this year.
Sukacita saya juga umumkan bahawa pada minggu ini Yang Berhormat Menteri Kesihatan selepas selesainya rundingan bersama dengan pihak Pfizer, kita akan menandatangani tambahan kepada bekalan daripada Pfizer, yang mana Pfizer sekarang ini akan membekalkan 32 juta dos, samaan dengan 50% daripada populasi ataupun penduduk negara kita.
Meanwhile, Kari also said over 200 complaints from whistleblowers related to the COVID-19 vaccination program rollout have been investigated and resolved. Among the complaints, Kari said, was a case at a hospital where medical officers from the emergency department were not included in the list of frontliners receiving the vaccine in Phase 1. He said the issue has been rectified and those from the emergency department will be included in the list of medical frontliners scheduled to receive their vaccination this month. So far, Malaysia has also reached supply agreements with Britain's AstraZeneca, Russia's Gamaleya Research Institute, and China's Sinovac Biotech and CanSino. I know some of you are already walking around with 5G smartphones with no 5G network, but don't worry, that may change soon. And if you're using an older 3G mobile phone, you may want to look for a replacement this year. Some of you may already be using a 5G-ready smartphone, and soon you may be able to utilize it. According to Communications and Multimedia Minister Saifuddin Abdullah, Putra's decision to put a state-owned special-purpose vehicle in charge of the 5G internet rollout will benefit the people in at least 3 ways. Namely, the rollout will be faster, have wider coverage, and be cheaper for users, he told a press conference last week. Saifuddin also said the country is hoping to shut down 3G by the end of the year.
As I said, 5G kita dah awalkan setahun. Bagaimanapun saya juga nak terangkan sikit tentang 5G ni. For all intent and purposes, most of us sebenarnya tak perlu pun 5G.
The special purpose vehicle, dubbed Digital National Berhad, will have an allocation of 15 billion to spend on the 5G rollout over a period of 10 years. The DNB will be overseen by the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission. Syed Saddiq is going back to school, which means he may not be able to serve effectively as an MP for the next month, but his team will hold the fort while he's away. Former Youth and Sports Minister Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman has packed his bags and is leaving for Singapore. And no, he's not leaving for good or abandoning his parliamentary constituency, Muar. For 1 month, the MP will be attending classes at the National University of Singapore's Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy. To make sure his office continues to function, he announced that he will give up his salary for March. In a post on Facebook, Syed Saddiq stressed that he wasn't travelling down south for a vacation, but to study. He also said he hoped that his studies in the field of public policy could make him a better MP and a policy maker for Muar and Malaysia. Highlighting some of his achievements this year, the former Bersatu youth chief said since the emergency, his Muar team had successfully helped 765 families obtain laptops and tablets. He added that 5,500 families received food bank aid and 150 students received the Derma Siswa Harapan Muar aid. Explaining further on why he decided to channel his salary to his team in Muar, he said he did not deserve to keep his pay while he was away studying. However, this would not make Syed Saddiq the first MP in Johor to go on leave. Bersatu Segamat MP Edmund Santara recently revealed that he has been in New Zealand since December on a 55-day leave approved by the Prime Minister. We have a special something for Women's Day. Being on the front line against COVID-19 is one thing, but how about being one of the first to be on the front line? Here's a short clip from our story on Dr. Yasmin Muhammad Ghani.
All those that have been proven positive, and all are non-nationals. They are all from Wuhan, China, and they are now in our facilities in Sungai Buloh, and they're properly managed by our clinicians. And insofar as treatment is concerned,
I can't remember 25th January was what date. It was a Chinese New Year, first day of Chinese New Year. And the day before, kita balik lambat lepas buat persiapan roster untuk minggu cuti tu. When I got up about 6 o'clock, I saw a message from my head of department, Dato' Dr. Suresh Kumar. Then he said, activate. And then we had a few discussions, private discussions, and then we decided, okay, so the entire team was activated. And that's how we started, yeah.
If you want to watch the full video, you can by clicking on the link in the description. For more, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Michael. I'll be back with more tomorrow.